Hi Geminis, welcome to your monthly reading. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. For the month of March, as usual, I'll be offering a special tarot creation focused here on the theme of the month, which for me is all about spirituality and spiritual awareness of the cycles, right, that permeate here our existence. And so this reading is called Soul Circle, and basically it intends to analyze and provide some insight upon your spiritual journey and path, but it can also be adapted to understanding the spiritual purposes or the spiritual concept behind any other cycle you might be wondering about or struggling with, such as love or career and finances. So if you would like to know more details about that special offer or any other of my tarot services, just email me. Or if you would like to donate and support my channel, you can also do so by following the PayPal link, which is also down below. So, Gemini, I feel like, first of all, again, your psychic senses are so enhanced during this Pisces season that it's like freaking crazy, and it's probably going to be scary to your own being, especially Geminis that are not so used to deal with that that sense of psychic force or the understanding, the unveiling, right, of subjective worlds. I feel like some of you are just going to be triggered immensely in fears that come, right, triggers that come with getting in touch with a very deep and unknown reality, something that you don't identify, right? You don't feel safe in, you don't know how to handle because it's not a part of what you are used to deal in your everyday life and in your conscious understanding of what reality and life is. So there's a huge group of Geminis showing up here during the month of March that will be getting themselves in touch with a very intuitive psychic nature of their own. It's like something is like bam opening here when it comes to your powers of that nature that is meant to, I feel, first of all, for some of you, cast out of your life the shadows that lie within and that keep you from making the appropriate choices outside. So basically what I'm wanting to say with that is that some of you Geminis, your life has been, difficult to figure out. Your relationships have been difficult to figure out. Your path in general has been part of it has been a lot of fear or a lot of subjectivity, like when am I going to really know what am I doing, or where I'm meant to be doing, where I'm meant to go, and how to attain that, like a sense of everything being very like just in this idealism or in this ideal concept but not present in your reality. And something is emerging out of the depths here of your psyche. Something is to be brought to the surface, not to scare you. It's not to scare you. It's not to, shrink your potential or shrink your ability to proceed ahead the way you want to. It's just to make you aware that you will be faced with important choices ahead. And you will be given all the free will you want to make those choices. But you have to understand what you're dealing with. The things that you're after. You have to understand the real meaning behind them. You cannot just, again, be in this mysterious, irrational, illusory, right, enigma. Because what's going to happen ahead for you is important. You have the Lovers here. And I'm feeling more than anything, the Lovers showing in your reading is about important decisions when it comes to where you're going with your path ahead. And it will encompass everything, your love life, your work life, your spiritual path. It's like you'll be given two options here, two paths that you would be able to follow. And the choice, right? Whatever you choose, whatever you end up doing, it needs to, you need to have clarity. You need to understand what they represent. You need to understand what you're being given here, what type of choices you're being given, what type of presence when it comes to your relationships you have. Because I feel like there's so many things hidden from your conscious understanding that it's like making a choice, or the danger of making a choice that you know, like thinking that you're doing a choice for a reason and then end up seeing that what's there is actually completely different from what you thought it would be, or you know, putting yourselves in a way a little bit in danger, because the moon brings a lot of illusion, a lot of illusion, a lot of things looking like they are something they are not. And so in that mindset and soul set, the danger indeed to make choices and going the wrong path is enhanced, because you are not in your own senses. You're not, it's like you're not owning something when it comes to the understanding of what you're dealing with. It's like not being in control of your own mind, body, heart, spirit connection. Something is lacking here, and I feel it's the spirit. You need to enforce, for those of you that already are comfortable with this concept, you need to reinforce your relationship with spirit, with soul, with intuition, right? Inner knowledge, high priestess style, right? Observe, don't do, observe what's in front of you and what's hidden. You know, when someone is telling you something and you are hearing what they're saying, but their eyes, their expressions, and just a general feeling, the vibe you get from them is another completely different. Watch that, observe that, take everything in consideration during the month of March, because I feel like it's like you're adding knowledge, both from what you're able to see, but what is perfected, kind of what you're able to tap, right, energetically into, that he has to deal with the subconscious of others and of what surrounds you in terms of your environment. So don't try to immediately put a meaning into it, because you're still adding to it. You're still adding knowledge. You're still adding information. But pay attention. Pay attention. Don't say so much. Just pay attention. And you will be given here like a momentum. It's like, yeah, something is building. There's a momentum phase here when it comes to the truth being shown in your reality, and the truth being shown to you. And I think that the truth will be shown to you in unexpected ways. It could be profound dreams, again, prophetic dreams, just, or moments of sudden realizations, or you just being in the right time, the right place, and end up seeing something that you were not meant to see, or just figuring something out of the blue. Something will be coming to you, knowledge of a hidden circumstance, of a hidden, very hidden, secretive place that you're not expecting, or that probably will come and scare you, frighten you, because of the nature of what it represents, which is an element that might be very different from what you're used to. And when that does, then yes, the lovers will be a part of it. So for some of you, this could be about your love life. Of course, your relationships are going through something interesting. I feel like some of you have a crossroads that you're reaching when it comes to your love life, where choices will need to be made, having or not having someone in your life. I feel like whatever choices you or decisions you make will have a huge impact in what you will be bringing in terms of love. Some of you, you know, that are dealing with complicated, let's say, affairs or even love triangles, things of that nature, and you're struggling with knowing what you should be doing, if you should stay in this situation, if you should leave this person, if this person is going to come to you or not, etc. The answer will come. You will know. You will know what this is, if this is love, if this is lust, if this is never going to change, if this is not going to evolve, if this is something that is worth fighting for or not. For some of you it is, because you have the Seven of Wands here. You will be fighting for something. But I just feel like you're not in... I keep feeling like some of you Geminis are not in a safe position here. And I feel like it's very important to also protect yourself energetically from, negative, let's say, vibes or a negative intention towards you, a negative invasion of some sort. It's very interesting. It's like some of you are so, your energy is so receptive to what's behind the veil that it's very easy for you to absorb even what you're not meant to, because that's the danger always with the moon. It's like the moon is very intuitive, just as the high priestess. The difference is the high priestess is more in control and balance. She has one foot in this reality and one foot in the other one, and she's able to see what's happening in both. And ultimately, you go from the moon to the high priestess. This is where you want to come. You will be able to discern what's intuition, what's truth, and what's a lie, what's an illusion, what's fear. Fear casts illusion, fear casts shadows. So maybe you're afraid of this lover situation, whatever this is for you. You're afraid and you don't know if you should be afraid or if you should trust the situation. But as I was saying, like the moon casts here illusions, and it also brings a sense of sensitivity, right? We feel so sensitive, so easily, touched by every single thing. And this is why it's so important to protect yourself emotionally. I feel like to build here a shelter for your own sake. And I also feel like some of you need to respect here your time. If this is also about you, you need to make a choice. It's your choice. And you're figuring out what to do. Respect your time. I feel like you will take until the full moon in Libra, which is interesting because Libra, it's about relationships, right? You will take until the full moon, probably, to figure out what you will be getting yourself into, what you will do, what will you fight for, what will you do ahead. So you go from a very passive, silent, mysterious force to an aggressive one, to an affirming one, to I'm back one. So don't worry. This is why I was saying respect your time. That momentum that I was talking about, that drive, you will have it when you know what to do. You just have to trust the process of whatever this represents, that whatever it is, whatever is coming to help you take this energy of the Seven of Wands, which is take your life in your control. Do not be afraid to affirm yourself. Do not be afraid to stand in your ground, to fight against others if needed, for your own right to be and do what you want, for your freedom. Some of you, this is all about the freedom of choice. Being free to choose as you please. Being free to love, right, as you want, without the conditioning, again, of fear or paranoia or illusion, always telling you that, or always leading you to situations that are not of love, that are not of real, satisfying, juicy experiences of love. Again, as I said in the beginning, this is all about clearance. It might come with intensity, it might come in a way that you don't usually would go to find answers. Some of you are very interested in the occult, or the occult is just going to be a source of help for some of you. But also, like, psychoanalysis, psychotherapy, therapy. For those of you Geminis that are, in therapy, that go to counseling, or that feel guided to go. Because it's all, again, adding information, and gradually you will be able to make here or build the big picture and see what you are dealing with. So I hope you have a great month. Thank you so much for all of you that have been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and donating to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hopefully we'll see each other soon.